right, Paul, let's talk about this movie.
All
There's
right.
some hardcore amped-up action in this. Like, the car chases are so much bigger, the action so much more, it's like better.
Well, that's what it's about. I mean, we didn't go out to make a fourth one to reel it in. We're throwing it out there a little further. You know, the studio believed in it. You know, we got everybody back, and they wanted to do it right. So, hey, if you can't bring it bigger and better than before, don't even try. And so that's what we set out to do.
So you saw the movie yesterday, and you probably saw it before. What'd you think of it?
That was my first time last night. I've never saved a movie for a premiere, ever. And last night was the first premiere that I can remember in a long time. Maybe the first premiere ever that I've actually sat through and watched the entire movie. Yeah.
And did you love it? I mean, you were in the first one, so you saw the first one, and you saw the other ones.
Yeah.
What did you think of this one?
You know, it's hard. It's hard to walk away. You know, it's hard to be objective just sitting there watching it because you're like, oh, you're thinking about what happened this day or that day. But you know, at the end of it, for me, it's really based on the reaction, and it's hard to base it on the reaction of the audience we had there last night because a lot of it's industry people, but they sprinkled in quite a few fans too, and you know, that's really I think what I base my opinion on is just the overall reaction, and it felt really good.
Yeah, I went to a screening with a bunch of fans, and they were like, "Oh my God, I love it!"
Yeah.
Like during all of the chase scenes and stuff.
That's pretty
They were
cool.
Like, oh, and like your opening sequence, it's just so awesome. It's so badass. It's just you and this chasing this guy, and then you fall.
Yeah.
For like 3 stories, which feels like forever, and it feels so real, and you crunch down on a car.
Yeah, it was fun. No, that's the stuff I like doing most. That's what Fast and the Furious to me is about. It's getting out there and having a good time, and I love doing all the action stuff. The more of it I can do, the better. I wish I could be behind the wheel for every stunt, you know, but it's just, unfortunately, it's not going to happen that way because of insurance policies and all that stuff. But I really enjoyed doing that chase sequence. That was the first week of filming. I was really the only one of the original cast members that was showing up to work every day, and it was cool. I got to run around, have a good time. The guys saw that I was actually a guy, not just some actor that you just assume smack around. But you know, got to go play and get to know Justin a little bit, and it was fun. I'm glad the way it came out too. I'm happy the way it came out.
Did you do a lot of your own stunts?
Well, I did the entire chase sequence, but as far as the driving's concerned, next to none. Next to none. We had 2 units going this entire production, and on the second unit, that's where the majority of the action sequences were shot involving the car racing. I didn't even get to run over to check it out too much, but you know, it made it better for me because last night it was a surprise. I didn't know what was coming. I knew what I read, but to actually see it there assembled, that was a pretty cool treat.
And it must have been really cool to walk on set and know that you'd be hanging out with old friends again. I mean, the original cast that brought this movie, which actually made like street racing so huge in America. I mean, did it just feel great to walk on again and see all your old friends?
Yeah, it felt really good coming back, working with everybody. You know, just catching up, seeing what's going on. You know, a lot's changed, but a lot hasn't. You know, it's just, you know, Vin's got a kid now, Jordana's married, and Michelle's still crazy, and you know, we have a blast together.
It's good chemistry.
Yeah.
So why do you think fans love and follow the Fast and the Furious so much?
I think the Fast and the Furious, I think the idea from the beginning, I think was pretty good. People knew that there was definitely going to be some kind of audience out there for it. Street racing has been going on forever, and you know, that's really what the first one was about. And it brought a lot more public attention to it, which I feel bad for those street racers because they can't street race so much anymore. You know, it was a bittersweet thing for the real enthusiasts. They're like, man, it was cool because we were represented, but at the same time, you ruined our sport. You can't go out, they can't assemble even anymore because once the public found out about it, they're outraged. You know, cops are out there patrolling it in full force, impounding cars, throwing cuffs on kids. I'll keep them from racing real fast, but you know, it's just car culture. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, it's huge, it's big. And that's why internationally this thing hit the way it did. We just tapped into something that, you know, looking at it now, you go, yeah, of course, makes sense. But you never really know. No one has a crystal ball, and we just, we hit at the right time with the right thing.